Well, we're out here on the Wilson on my property deep in the heart of the Permian Basin. And I just want you to get a feel for how large this pump jack is. Each one of these plates is a ton. So we have over 8,000 pounds of counterweight. That doesn't even include what we're doing on the pump. This is a very large pump jack. We're pumping barrels and barrels out of this thing just about every hour. And this is what you're driving on around throughout the United States. In fact, probably 30% of the oil this country gets comes from right here in the United States of America. This is actually the second largest proven reserve in the world next to Saudi Arabia, but it's the most active. So we can do things here that are incredible. Something I want you to see is this. This right here is a static line so that we don't get any static electricity. But the important thing is, for you to get an understanding on, is look at the size of this. Look at this. And if you can come here probably through your microphone, you can hear right here. Hear right here. Get real close. Get real close, even closer. I'll put this right on this thing right here so you can see this. What you're hearing right there is oil flowing. It's flowing right out of the ground. And we got 150 pounds of pressure coming right up out of the ground. Right out of the Permian Basin. And the beauty about this oil is so pristine that I can take it right out of the ground and stick it right in your car. It doesn't even have to be refined, it's that perfect. So, it's just one of those places that God made everything perfect. We're standing in here in something that used to be a very shallow ancient ocean called the Permian Basin. Texas was flooded out 3 times over 270 million years. But when the Rocky Mountains were formed, pressed up in the middle of the state, the east side became the Fort Worth Basin, and the west side, the Permian Basin. So here we are in the mighty Permian Basin, and yes, this is the same one where our old President George Bush was drilling right next to me, just a mile right there, with a pot of oil. But that's how famous this area is. And with Devin and everybody else, we're running these operations, and it's pretty much making everybody in America a lot of money. So if you're an accredited investor, this is the loophole. And for people that don't think it's fair, well, we're actually creating jobs. So the tax money goes into creating jobs for America. But more importantly, it's the war on energy. And if we don't produce enough energy at home, we got to blow up places like Saudi Arabia and Iraq, fight wars in Iran. And it's all because we're not energy independent. So what's the answer? Wind, solar, natural gas, and sustainability. So here I am, an oil man, but what I'm preaching more than anything is we have to change the way that we live, the way that we eat, the way that we drive. And only when we change these things can we really take a positive step forward. Right now this country needs energy, all the energy it can get. And the only way this can happen is for us to get the energy out of the ground. Right now China is very aggressively trying to convince me to drill with them, and that's because they realize it. My fears are is that they need the oil for the war machine. He who controls the oil controls the war machine. So it kind of puts us in a catch-22 position here in Texas. But we'll take their money and we'll bring them in. We'll make them senators. We'll make them citizens. Just as long as they respect Jesus. I might as well say this too. You want to come do business with me? I had this guy come already, and he was like, he went to SMU, and then he said that he went to a Baptist school. I said, oh good, you're a Christian? He said, no, I'm not. And I said, well, you know what, there's the door. Kiss my ass, don't ever come back. So if you want to talk to me, you better have God in your life, because if you don't even try it.